Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan, Miyazaki Mansai here. It's a nice hat, right? Today we're going to talk about Leny Yoro, £52 million Leny Yoro in Manchester, waiting to finalise a transfer. The internet forums, the message boards, the media have gone absolutely ballistic. LFC fans all over the place are scathing in their assessment of FSG. FSG out, they're tight, what are we doing? Liverpool slacking behind again. Where are we in the transfer market? Is it justified? Let's talk about it. So first and foremost, 52 million for Leny Yoro, who has played one season of top flight football in the French league. 52 million pounds, okay? That is a huge fee. Now we know that Liverpool, Manchester United and Real Madrid were interested in Leny Yoro. Leny Yoro apparently wanted to go to Real Madrid, but even Real Madrid deemed that fee extortionate, way too high. Wage, transfer fee, overall package, playing time wasn't attractive. They weren't going for it. They wanted Lille to lower their price. They put a 20 million or so marker on Leny Yoro, or we wait until next season and get him for pennies. Now there's some stories that say Liverpool were convinced that Leny Yoro wanted Real Madrid or nothing else and therefore didn't really attempt the transfer. But that is not diligent and that is not how Liverpool FC works. And I'll explain it in a second why you should really take things into perspective. Okay, so Man United really need central defenders. Lisandro Martinez injured for nearly the whole season. Luke Shaw injury, sick note as well. Harry Maguire, static fridge. So Harold of Maguire, YouTube legend, highlight reels galore. Love Harry Maguire funny clips. And they want to bring in Leny Yoro. Also De Ligt from Bayern Munich, huge budget player as well, big transfer fees. And Brandtwaite as well from Everton. They want a huge package for a young defender. Now Leny Yoro is apparently a generational talent. Now what does that mean? Right now, who is Leny Yoro actually better than, right? So you're talking about generational talent, 18 years old. In 5 years' time, he could be one of the world's best defenders, maybe even the world's best defender. But you're waiting for 3, 4, 5 seasons for him to get established, grow into his body, become acclimatized to the Premier League, become acclimatized to the changing room, the infrastructure, and having to reach his potential, avoiding injuries and everything else as well. You want players to make an impact right now. Can you honestly tell me that Leny Yoro is as good as Virgil van Dijk? He's definitely not as good as Virgil van Dijk. Is he even as good as Ibu Konate? I don't think he's as good as Ibu Konate. Is he as good as Joe Gomez? Now here's a toss-up. Is he as good as Jolo Maldini, who is already in our ranks, versatile and played absolutely commendably at left back and right back and centre back? How can you tell me that he's better than Joe Gomez? Have you seen Leny Yoro play week in, week out, or even against decent opposition? I think there's a lot of romanticism of keywords, generational talent, wonder kid. Real Madrid won him, therefore he must be quality. But as I said, there's many variables that go into transfer. So let's look at that transfer fee as well, and let's get into the realistic processes of how you decide whether to pursue a player or not. Okay, so this is realistic. Let's say you have 100 quid. You can only spend 100 quid, but do you want to spend 100 quid right now on something that's decent or good or might become good? Or do you want to save your money for something that you really want? Now, in this context for Liverpool FC, they've brought back Michael Edwards, who's world renowned as someone who's very good with transfer dealings and also getting the players that he wants. They brought in Richard Hughes, who is contacts galore. He has a notepad, a book, Samsung Notes, Apple Notes, whatever you want to call it, and a network, especially in Italy, of players on the roster that he can get in contact with. He will be aware of Leny Yoro. He'll be aware of many wonder kids as well. He'll be aware of Calafiori. That move might break down to Arsenal because of the fact there's a 50% transfer fee owed to Basel, his previous club, right? Let's say, for example, Liverpool have 200 million pounds, nice round number, before they exceed financial fair plays resulting in penalisations of points, of suspensions, out of the Champions League, etc. You have 200 million pounds max. He won't get 200 million pounds this transfer window, possibly. However, you can choose how you want to spend it. FSG are out of the equation. All they do is give you a budget and a figure. Now it goes down to the lower ranks. Michael Edwards is specifically brought back as head of football operations globally, worldwide, for FSG. I know FSG tried to buy Bordeaux. Talks collapsed. It wasn't financially viable. Doesn't matter. Conversation for another day. I digress. Michael Edwards is the be-all and end-all of football transfers for Liverpool FC, where Richard Hughes will work on behalf of the transfer committee and Arne Slot's recommendations to sign the players that Arne Slot wants. And this is the most important thing that I want you to remember, okay? Whether it's 200 million, 100 million, 1 billion, Arne Slot will have priorities. He will assess the squad and he will say, I need a number 10. I need a replacement for Mo Salah. I need a backup rotational player that can take over from Virgil van Dijk. And he will prioritise what he wants to do with the money. Who's to say that he really wants a centre-back? Can you tell me that Van Dijk, Ibu Konate, Joe Gomez, Sepp van den Berg, and especially Jarrell Quansah, right, is not a pretty decent set of centre-backs. Sure, you can throw at me Van Dijk is ageing, contract renewal needs to be done as well. Ibu Konate is injury-prone. Sepp van den Berg wants to leave. Joe Gomez isn't convincing the centre-back role. But Jarrell Quansah, what can you say about him? He's come to prominence. Can you tell me that Leny Yoro is better than Jarrell Quansah, who played in the Premier League last season and was outstanding and even brought into the England squad to gain experience on international level? He went head-to-head against the world's best strikers, Erling Haaland, Julian Alvarez, Gabriel Jesus, Ivan Toney. He went against Ollie Watkins. He went against all these players and he stood his ground and literally made one mistake in the season that he came into prominence out of the blue. No one talked about Quansah at the beginning of the season, and now Quansah, you wouldn't even be able to buy Jarrell Quansah for 50 million. Get that in your heads. You wouldn't be able to get Jarrell Quansah out of Liverpool for 52 million of a Leny Yoro, right? And speaking of Leny Yoro's wage package as well, apparently £113,000 a week. That's a lot of money, isn't it? Jesus. £145,000 apparently if you include bonuses and clauses, maybe appearance fees or playing times or substitute appearances or whatever, right? Or clean sheets, for example. That's as much, if not more, than Dominik Szoboszlai. Dominik Szoboszlai is Hungarian captain. He has a lot of reputation and a backlog of good performances behind him. He's a known quantity with great attributes, who was a shining star at the start of the Premier League season. Hungarian captain, a top-notch player, established international, consistent performer who plays week in, week out, earning less than Leny Yoro, coming in as an 18-year-old defender who will be behind probably 3 Liverpool players. I don't see Leny Yoro getting ahead of Konate, Van Dijk, Quansah at this very moment in time. Do you? One thing that might explain the kerfuffle behind Leny Yoro to Manchester United is Manchester United are a rival and they're doing some good work, and apparently they're busy in the transfer window, right? Because Ineos have come in, and so Jim Radcliffe is wanting to make an impact, wanting to transform Man United's prospects for the coming season, giving Erik ten Hag, who renewed his contract, which is a good thing by the way, the tools at his disposal. But don't you think Michael Edwards, Julian Ward, Richard Hughes, and therefore FSG as a whole deserve credit for having the infrastructure? Because these are individuals that Man United, Chelsea, Bayern Munich wanted to get in the ranks, and Michael Edwards rejected them all because he wanted a more prominent role to leave Ludonautics to go back into club football. He got that more prominent role, covering global football for FSG, and now they're wanting to make an impact as well. But I'll tell you why I believe there isn't much transfer activity yet. And Richard Hughes always intimated that after Euro 2024 is over, and after Copa America and after tournaments are over, there's a domino effect of transfers and things will start rolling. This gives me an indication that we might be eyeing up players from the Euro 2024, from the Copa America, from the tournaments worldwide. But especially the timing of the players coming back into the AXA training academy. Because Arne Slot is new at Liverpool, he will be given the opportunity to assess his options and then decide that player is not up to scratch in my system and I need to use that budget for a number 10. I want to play a number 10. I want to play attacking midfielder. I want a traditional winger who can go around the outside. I want a striker who's more consistent than Darwin Núñez or Cody Gakpo. I want a defensive midfielder who can cover for Trent venturing forward. I want a defensive midfield destroyer who allow McAllister and Szoboszlai free reign, Harvey Elliott to go up. Is Fabio Carvalho good enough for the role that I have in mind in that number 10, left-sided Mazzala position, shadow striker position? Can Ben Doak have an impact behind Mo Salah this season? Is Harvey Elliott a number 8 or a right winger or a playmaker or deep-lying playmaker? Is McAllister going to be utilised in the 6 where he has actually a lot of functional qualities and attributes depending on what you want that function to do? Is he a 6? Is he a 8? Is he a 10? Is he a player that roams? Is he in an opponent position? Will Szoboszlai start in the centre of midfield, be box-to-box, attacking midfielder, right winger? Will Mo Salah be my playmaker? Arne Slot needs to see them in training, see the patterns of play and the chemistry of the players. And it's no good watching highlights and training clips. Arne Slot is a man of vision and temperament and confidence. He has the arrogance to determine whether a player is suitable for his style of play, the slot machine, or not, and he needs to be given a chance. If you were a Liverpool coach, would you not want to see the players in person, in the flesh, in front of your own eyes, doing your instructions and see whether they're capable of following it or not, whether they can build a chemistry together, whether Salah inverting inside and Szoboszlai going around the outside works against opposition, but it creates those goal scoring chances. Doing the tactical plays, the set plays, defensive shape, zonal marking, distribution from the back, possession based, transitioning into the formation will be the 3-2-3-2 Dutch WW formation, that kind of thing. Arne Slot needs to see what he has at his disposal and whether his assumptions of the players and from the clips he's seen and from their legacy performances in history of Liverpool so far are up to merit for his particular squad. And then he will use his budget to determine where is the priority position. What if he wants Mohamed Kudus, who came out today and said Johnny Heitinga is the best coach I ever played with under Ajax. Gravenberch gave Kudus his first ever assist, by the way, in Ajax. I love that trivia, right? And Johnny Heitinga is a serious professional. He's used to the Premier League. I know he's played for rivals Everton as well, but he's come in as a trusted assistant manager under Arne Slot. These guys will know exactly what they're doing because their reputation is on the line. Michael Edwards, Julian Ward have a flawless reputation to maintain and uphold, and they all want to make an impact. They're not coming in here just to say, oh yeah, spend like half your transfer budget on Leny Yoro and there we go. We got this wonder kid who'll be in prime years in 4 or 5 years time. Arne Slot, off you go and start Konate and Van Dijk anyway. So the truth is, Liverpool conduct their best business behind closed doors. You don't usually hear the rumours until it's time to sign. Fabinho Tavares, for example, came in out of nowhere. Diogo Jota came in when people wanted Timo Werner, for example. So you've got to give these guys some credit. When the transfer window is over, then you can make your judgment, make your calls. But you've got to trust Liverpool are doing the right things, to due diligence, to identify the players that they really want to work on, talk to the agents, find the fees involved, and are worth the money to make an impact right now. I would much rather Liverpool sign a player that would absolutely hit the ground running and smash the Premier League, because I am of the firm opinion that Arne Slot will win the Premier League in his tenure here, and maybe even the Champions League here. And I'll give you my reasons why in the next video. I'm supremely confident that Arne Slot will win things in his time here, okay? Because there's something special about him that a lot of people have omitted and a lot of people don't realise about the man himself. But that video is for another day, possibly tomorrow. So let's say, for example, Arne Slot has decided that a midfielder that needs to be versatile and can fit in the system is required. And then you look at the finances available. They will know what the budget available is. Obviously, Michael Edwards will sign off ultimately on that return of interest for that value, for that investment. Someone like Coop Miners could slot into Slot system seamlessly because he's played for Slot before and he knows what's required. And we saw him at Atalanta, and obviously they won the Europa League. Congratulations to them. They dethroned Bayer Leverkusen, ended the unbeaten run as well. So what if he wants a Coop Miners? What if he wants a Mohamed Kudus, who will cost best part of 60, 70 million? West Ham won't sell him cheap. What if they want a Jarrod Bowen? I'd love a Jarrod Bowen, but that's a little bit unrealistic. 100 million there. What if they want a defensive midfield stalwart who can really dominate with Otado Endo at the base of the midfield? Someone like an Ederson from Atalanta as well. What if they want a replacement for Trent Alexander-Arnold in my last video, who might go to Real Madrid? What if it's going to be Geertruida, who's a versatile player but not the most exciting right-back player? I know Sugawara from AZ Alkmaar, Japanese players already signed for Southampton. Congratulations, that's a great pickup, by the way. Cheap as chips, and he's really versatile and really quality. But you really got to understand that players deserve a chance to impress the coach. Fabio Carvalho, Harvey Elliott, Sepp van den Berg, Jarrell Quansah, Queeve Kelleher, Diogo Jota's position in the team rather than shuffling between out wide and central poaching striker Darwin Núñez, better centrally, right? Gakpo will be off the left, Lucho Diaz will be off the left, Mohamed Salah will be transitioned behind the main striker or stick out wide. A lot of decisions are to be made, and you've got to understand that certain players play better in a different system, play better under a different manager, right? Santiago Jimenez under Arne Slot, I'll give you that example again and again. He was lost. He was not a defined striker. He had no clear role until Slot came in and turned his fortunes around. This is a name close to your hearts as well. You probably forgot he even played for Liverpool. Victor Moses, right, at Crystal Palace. What is he? Second striker, right winger, former striker. Everyone tried him in different positions. He was a very middling player, very average player. We tried him on a wing. Didn't come up trumps as well. Missed a lot of chances. Wasn't clinical. Antonio Conte, who is a top-notch manager, by the way. Really a top-notch manager, and he proved at Chelsea with the wing-back system, said he has the attributes to play right wing-back for my system, and we will dominate. We will win the Premier League with that. Victor Moses, a name lost in the ages, but he performed outstandingly well because he's a workhorse, he's athletic, he tracks back, he's defensively better than you ever thought. He's got pace. He can drive in from deep. He's a traditional winger, so he can cross the ball. He can get down the line, and he can come inside as well. And his passing game was not too shabby, but he needed more time on the ball rather than being instinctive and reactive starting on the wing. So Antonio Conte's right wing-back position suited him like a T. Jeremy Frimpong in the right wing-back position for Bayer Leverkusen, where he's almost a right winger, right-sided forward who always goes in the box. On the left-hand side, Alex Grimaldo, a playmaker from the left wing back position, transitioning to central midfield and dominating play with his technical versatility. Absolutely amazing, because he was just a fullback that bombed up and down, but no, he is a left-sided wing back who playmakes, allowing Jeremy Frimpong the option to join the attack force, to join the wing play up front. These players in that particular system showed their value and their qualities, because if you fit the right attributes into the right tactical system and facilitate them to do what they need to do, which Klopp did with Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back, let's remind everyone about that, then you can give them a chance to shine. And who's to say that we don't have players in our ranks who really can step up the next level? And I'm especially looking at Dominic Szoboszlai, Harvey Elliott, and Cody Gakpo, right? In a position where the system suits them and the system's designed to get the best out of them, I really think they can go up the next level, which means that you don't need particular players in their positions, because you have the players in their positions. And who's to say Bobby Clark can't be moulded into one of the midfield roles that we really, really need? Similar to Tyler Morton, similar to Stefan Bajcetic as well. So, Leny Yoro, 52 million, same wage as Dominic Szoboszlai, as a start, doesn't make much sense, because I don't think he starts at Liverpool. Great generational talent. Let's see this generational talent in 5 years. Congratulations to Man United. Real Madrid didn't pull the plug to get him. Neither did Liverpool. And whose transfer committee and team do you trust more? Man United's or Liverpool's, with Michael Edwards, Julian Ward and Richard Hughes? And who's to say that we won't get those beautiful signings this season, because they will want Slot to hit the ground running. Slot is the man that they chose to lead Liverpool into the new future, into the golden generation. Why not give them a chance to prove their worth? They have the reputation, they have the backlog of successes behind them. Arne Slot is the man they chose. Surely they're going to equip him with the tools to do the job and win everything he can win. Pep Guardiola won't last forever at Manchester City. Arteta is the prince to be throned, but he hasn't won anything. He's won less than Arne Slot. Arne Slot is viewed as a much better manager than Erik ten Hag by everyone, including the Dutch media. He speaks better, his tactical formation is better, he plays sexy football, he's fluid, and I'm convinced by Arne Slot. As soon as I saw his head, I was like hypnotized. He is the shiny one. He is my shiny one, and I back him completely. So guys, I know it might be through jealousy or boredom, or just having good rant. Sometimes it's good to vent and have a rant, right? Everyone loves that. Join the Discord forum, rant all you want. I love to chat back and forth daily as well. King Ghidorah, Moby Shoes, Diogo, Tim. I love talking to these guys every day about Liverpool. Guys, join the chat, man. We chat and banter Liverpool FC all day long. But yeah, ultimately, I'm really not fussed about losing Leny Yoro to Manchester United. I think we're okay at centre-back for now. If we get a left-sided, mythical left-sided, left-footed centre-back who can invert to left-back position, long-term replacement for Van Dijk, then fantastic, great. But there's so many quality defenders out there, and I will stake you so much that for £52 million and that wage, you can get a much better defender than Leny Yoro for the season coming in. The season coming is kind of all I care about, really. It's really all I care about, because I want to see success next season. I want to see Arne Slot do well and go into the season like an absolute fist on fire and burn and rampage everyone. And when the sun shines and reflects off his head and blinds the opposition manager and opposition goalkeeper and the ball just rolls into the corner, that's all I want to see. And I'm absolutely positive we have the funds. We definitely have the funds to do something. We still have funds left over from that attempt at Moise Caicedo. We qualified for the Champions League directly in there. We have a squad that is the world envy. Before Jurgen Klopp came in, how many world-class talents did we have in the squad, which every club in world football would have been delighted to take off our hands? Everyone would want Alisson Becker. Everyone would want Trent Alexander-Arnold in their squad. Everyone would want Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson. Even Wataru Endo would have a role to play in many, many dressing rooms. Senior statesman, professional, the training standards required at a top club. Everyone would like McAllister, and even Real Madrid, Barcelona's, Man City's would love an Alexis McAllister. Dominic Szoboszlai has huge sky-high potential. Harvey Elliott is one of the best wonder kids in the world. Darwin Núñez has the raw attributes to really explode if it all comes together. Cody Gakpo showed his quality at the Euros. Luis Diaz is a dribbling monster who just needs a final product. Diogo Jota, the slaughter poacher, even off the bench, would be an asset for every single team. We have so many quality players, and I'm sure I'm omitting so many. Jarrell Quansah, my goodness. Who can tell me that Leny Yoro is better than Jarrell Quansah? Someone speak up in the comments. Tell me that Leny Yoro is better than Jarrell Quansah. Connor Bradley, my goodness. He must be up there as one of the best prospects at right back in world football. Alphonso Davies burst on the scene left back. Now his star has faded a bit through form and fitness and attitude. Connor Bradley at right back. I don't think anyone is as well-rounded. Sure, Jeremy Frimpong can thrive up and down right at the offensive third, but Connor Bradley as a balanced right back, who's better than Connor Bradley at right back in world football at that age bracket? And then we signed Rio Ngumoha, who's one of the best in his class, best generational talent, 15 years old, from the Chelsea Academy. There, we got one already. Be happy with that. Miyazaki Man Ichiban. And as always, piece of kit here. Hope this has been a positive video to really allow you to reflect on your own thoughts and opinions on the Leny Yoro to Manchester United transfer. I know people are waiting for Liverpool to sign stars galore. The Wonder Kids will come in. The established stars will come in. We have the budget. Trust Arne Slot. Trust Michael Edwards. Trust the Miyazaki Man Sai. Channel Substance and Abundance. Japan hat. Got to come off for now. But we have two pieces of kit here. Now, I got to admit, one of these pieces of kit is a little bit guilty, but he's one of my favourite stylistic players of all time. It's not a Liverpool kit, so aside. I'm sorry in advance, but let's start with the Liverpool kit first and foremost. It's even got the tags, which means it's brand new. I'm wearing the Champions League sentimental top from the last video. You've probably seen it already. But here we have, ooh, okay. Standard Chartered LFC pink. The Nike tick. What is up with that Nike tick? Actually, it really does go that way. I checked it up on Google. It is legit. It is official. We've got the tags. Liverpool FC product with the barcode. Nike sustainability. This must be a relatively recent kit. It's got Expedia. It's got the no room for racism badge. And Mo Salah, Egyptian king running down the wing. Now this is interesting because I don't actually have a Mo Salah top. So this is actually my first Mo Salah top. I'm sorry, Egyptian king. I have now done you justice. I like that little embroidered, engineered badge at the bottom there. Let's get this bad boy on. This was only 4,000 yen. 4,000 yen, what is the best part of 22 pounds? Oh, this is proper comfy. I like this. I like this shirt. And look at the designs, right? The grey melding in with the white as well. The pink uptick of the Nike. Mo Salah, Egyptian king running down the wing. Keen to see his prospects for the season. The bold Mo Salah looks absolutely mean. He's got the power of the River Nile running between the crevices in his abs. Look at that ab cap. My goodness, I could stick my fist in there to rev him up. Sorry, I digress. And I apologise in advance, but this is a classic top from one of the players who absolutely wrecked us twice in Champions League finals. And hey, I respect quality. Probably wear this to do the gardening work or something. But this is the long jersey, Champions League jersey of AC Milan, the Rossoneri. And I apologise once again, but this is the Champions League Athens 2007. Bad memories of that one because we really should have won. We had the squad to do it. We should have gone with Crouch up top. Really, they couldn't handle that beanpole Crouch. I love me some Peter Crouch. And this is Kaká, number 22. One of the most silky, agile, playing with guile, charisma, flair players of all time. I love his story. The fact that he came into the AC Milan team. Gattuso hounded him out. Ancelotti was like, guys, you've given me a Christian kid here. I don't know what we can do with him. The first action, he skinned Gattuso, nutmegged him, glided past him. Gattuso tried to run back, ram him shoulder to shoulder. Kaká took the brunt of it, did a roll, picked it up again, and skinned Gattuso again. Ricky Kaká, one of my favourite players of all time. Champions League badge. That's a nice jersey, isn't it? I'll do the gardening with it. Until next time, Miyazaki Man Ichiban, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Up to 5k relatively soon. Hit the like as well, helps the video get seen. Wataru Endo dual book translation coming out for the members tomorrow. The next chapter to be unveiled. Join the Discord. Until next time, hope you guys stay safe. Miyazaki Man Ichiban means the best. Jane, see you later.